Hmm? Oh, hello there. No. You sit yourself down, my friend. You pull up a chair. No, not at all. Yeah, I'll tell you, I've been coming in here a lot. They do a nice drop in here, I'll tell you. But, well, it ain't as nice as it used to be. But, well, you get what you can, don't you? There is a war on. Yeah, I've been looking forward to a drink tonight for sure. Because I've been out on Portsdown Hill. What's it? Poaching? No, oh, because of the gun? No. No, I've been out on patrol, I have, as part of the LDV. You see there on the old armband, LDV, Local Defence Volunteers. That's what I'm in, you see. Yeah, I thought my soldiering days was done in the Great War, but no, Mr. Eden, he got on the radio and he said, we're looking for men who can hold a rifle and shoot straight between the ages of 17 to 65. I thought, well, that's me, I thought. So I gets myself down to the police station in Fareham the following day, and I walks in and there's this young army officer lad in there. Well, he can't have been that much older than my boy, and I goes up to him and I says, where do I sign? He says, Old England is in danger. Old Albion is in danger, he says. Herr Hitler wants to come here and stamp his dirty great jackboots all over our sceptred isle, he says. Well, I thought, I'm not having that. So he says, sign your name there, which is what I done. I signed my name up and I waited for a gun. Trouble is that I got there a bit late and all the guns had already gone. So he comes up and he says, have you got a weapon at home? I said, well, I've only got my old shotgun. He says, well, that'll have to do then. So I went home and I got my shotgun down off the shelf and I dusted it down. I popped a bit of oil on it. And I'll tell you this, if I can shoot a rabbit at 50 yards, well, I'm damn sure I can shoot a fifth columnist. That's what our job is, you see, in the LDV. You see, up there on Portsdown Hill, you've got some valuable targets to the enemy, let's just say. Places like Fort Nelson with all that ammunition serving all them anti-aircraft guns and that. And of course it's nice and flat, so you could land paratroops up there or fifth columnist spies who could sit up there with their little Morse code keys, tapping away back to their paymasters in Berlin. Yeah. So we goes up there, we does, and we looks out for anything suspicious, because we've got local knowledge. Local men with local knowledge. That's what we are, and that's why we're useful to the war effort. Yeah. I'll let you into a bit of a secret, though. I've had a little bit of training. I mean, not just in the Great War. Since then. You see, I was one of Tom's boys. What do you mean, Tom who? Tom Wintringham. Tom Wintringham, who was the commander of the British brigades out there in the Spanish Civil War. He fought against the fascists. Tom's been running this Citizens Army training camp at Osterley Park in West London, and I was one of the people who attended. Well, he might be a funny little bald fella with spectacles, but I tell you this, he is a stone cold killer, is Tom. He told us how to use all of the local terrain and all of the broken buildings in a battle area. He showed us how to lay broken glass across the road to stop motorcyclists. He even showed us how to make what they call Molotov cocktails or petrol bombs. Take a beer bottle and you fill it up with petrol and engine oil and you put a petrol soaked rag in the top, you light it, and Tom reckoned you could knock out a German tank with 6 of them. Mind you, the War Office didn't like what he was doing. No, they called Tom's Citizen Army training area our own little communist training camp at the end of the Piccadilly line. Yeah, well, of course, when the LDV got formed, all of us who'd learned with Tom, we all joined the LDV, and to be honest, Tom was only too happy. Yeah. You see, to me, it's all about timing. If the Germans landed up there on Portsdown Hill, what we would do, we would be there in a blink of an eye. It doesn't matter how long we was there for, as long as we could hold them, you see. Hold them for 10 minutes up there on Portsdown Hill, hold them for 10 minutes in Cosham, 10 minutes in Paulsgrove Village. That's half an hour that we've held the enemy for the regular boys to turn up and finish them off. That's the plan, you see. That's what we're there for, as well, I suppose an expendable force to stand there and fight to the last man if necessary. But I tell you this, if I have to die, I'd rather die in the service of my country. I think Shakespeare, he sums it up best. You see, I'd rather be sitting at home by the fire, but as he says in Henry V, in peace, there's nothing so becomes a man as modest stillness and humility. But when the blast of war blows in his ears, then imitate the action of the tiger.
Boy, be quiet over there.
Sorry, Arthur. That's the landlord. He tells me not to get so carried away. Yeah, he might be right. Look, I'm going to take my drink and sit outside, I think. Look, it's been nice talking to you. What did you say your name was again? Oh, well, very nice meeting you, Mr. Wilberforce. But just for the record, it's pronounced Wilberforce, not Wilberforce. Wilberforce is it's a very German way to say it. Constable!